Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's workshop. My name is Alex Beadon, and you are watching the workshop that I poured my heart and soul into. It is called the 10 Instagram Stories, Tips, Tricks, and Hacks for the Busy Entrepreneur. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're like, oh my gosh, I know Instagram stories is where it's at. I know that's where all of my people are. I know that's where people's attention is, but you just feel like you don't have that much time to be like trying to figure out Instagram stories, then this is the workshop for you. So it is currently 7 p.m. Eastern time. This is actually a setup that I've never used before. So I'm just going to take one quick minute to just double check with my girl Laura and make sure that we are good to go and that everything is working. I'm going to send her a quick like, hey, are we live? Is it working text? And then we'll go from there. If you're joining us live, I would love for you to just take 1 minute, leave a comment. You're going to see a comment box over on the right-hand side. Leave a comment and let me know, what is your name? Where in the world are you joining us from? And what is your business? I would love to hear from you. Something that I'm very proud of is the fact that more than 5,000 people signed up for this workshop. I think we had about 5,400 people the last time I checked, which is absolutely insane. There are thousands of busy entrepreneurs from all over the world who are ready to build their brand, take their Instagram stories to the next level. And not only is that awesome for us because I'm really excited to share all of these tips, tricks, and hacks with you guys. I think you're gonna love it. I think it's gonna change the game for you. But it's also really exciting because the chat box is a great place to connect with other like-minded individuals. So definitely go and check it out if you haven't already. Say hello and get settled in. Okay, so as we're here, yep, we're good to go. She said, we're good to go. We've got 170 people live so far. Welcome. And you're seeing and hearing me. That's awesome. So let's get started because as you guys probably know about me, if you follow me for any length of time, you will know that I love to be prompt. I like to start on time. So it's 8:02. I feel like I've given everyone enough time to be here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Dun, 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 dun. Sharing my screen with you. Woo! Okay, there we go. And here we're going to be focusing on for today. Now, I'm going to do my best to walk you through this as slowly and comprehensively as I possibly can, while still trying to keep this around the hour to hour and a half mark. Now, this is a free online workshop, so I want to respect your time as well as my own time, but at the same time, I want to give you guys as much value as possible. So I'm gonna be doing my best to kind of get through this as quickly as we can. If at any point you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment box below, or to the right, sorry. And Laura is gonna be bringing all of those questions together. And at the very end, I'm going to be answering all of your questions, which I'm very much looking forward to. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna turn this into full screen and we're gonna see if it works. It definitely should work because we've tested this before, guys. Don't worry, we tested everything. But just in case it doesn't, you guys just let me know in the chat box and we'll be good to go. Okay, so officially, welcome to 10 Instagram story tips, tricks, and hacks for the busy entrepreneur. I'm so excited that you guys are here. So I'm Alex Beadon. I'm an Instagram story expert. I am the creator of On Purpose with Alex Beadon, which is my podcast. For those of you who are podcast listeners, leave a comment and be like, yes, I listen to the podcast, because I always love connecting with you guys. I'm also an online business coach and I'm a digital marketing strategist, right? So to kind of give you just the very short version of my story, I started off as a professional photographer. I then created my very first online business selling Photoshop actions, which is a digital file. And I grew that online business to a 6-figure a year business within 12 months, which was a huge accomplishment. And I did it without spending a single cent on advertising. And as soon as I did that, lots of people started asking me, Alex, how are you doing it? And that's really how I got into the line of work that I'm doing now, which is all about helping people grow their communities online, because that's really how my business has flourished, is through the organic community that I've been able to grow. Okay. So before we start, I want to remind you to switch off your phone, close out your other tabs, and get rid of any distractions. This is your time to really invest in yourself and in your business. You know, how often do we really have these times where we can just close off the rest of the world and really focus on something that we want to get better at? This is your opportunity to do that. So just take a moment to like close your door. You know, tell your people like, hey, I'm gonna be busy for the next hour, and really just give this all of your attention, because if you're going to be able to get the most out of this, that is what it deserves. Okay. So if you have any questions or you want to connect during or after this workshop, all you have to do is tag me. I'm at Alex Beadon, and you can use the hashtag IG Stories Workshop. Okay, so that's how we're going to be keeping in touch. Feel free to take as many like Instagram. I'm obviously an Instagram stories lover. So just film this on your Instagram stories, tag me. I would love to see you guys' experience of what we're about to experience together. So later, I'm going to be showing you, if you stay until the very end, at the very end, we're having a live Q&A session, and I'm going to be showing you how you can get this PDF for free. So stick around until the very end, okay? It's rinse and repeat sales templates. I've made 3 of them in a nice, beautiful PDF. So if you want to hear more about that, definitely stick around until the end. And also, guys, number 1, I have a very interesting surprise offer for you that I'm very excited to share with you. So at the end. And also, there's one more thing. Oh, I've got a free bonus that you guys are absolutely going to love if you stay until the very end, okay? So we've got questions at the end, we've got the potential to join an offer at the end, and it's gonna be really great. So definitely stick around until the end. There's one more thing. Oh, the giveaway. The giveaway is gonna be awesome. One of you are going to be winning something very special, so stick around until the end to find out. Okay, so I want to hear from you guys now in the chat. Have you ever wanted to create Instagram stories that are quick and easy and instantly help you stand out from the crowd? I want you to just take a moment to type it out in the crowd. Is this you? Yes or no? And while you type, I'm gonna take a quick water break because that's how I roll. If you saw my Instagram live, you'll see that I have like multiple cups of water just over here, just sitting down, just ready for me whenever I'm thirsty. Have you ever wanted to create Instagram stories that are quick and easy and instantly help you stand out from the crowd? Do you ever feel like your industry is too saturated and that you'll never grow a fan base of your own? So this is something I hear all the time. Are people just saying like, oh my gosh, I really want to grow an audience, but I feel like my audience is, it's just too, I feel like my market is too saturated. Oh, I just got a message from Laura. She's like, stop moving the thing around so much. We're gonna leave it there, Laura. We're gonna leave it there. So if you feel like it's too saturated, put yes, too saturated. I'm really curious about what it is that you think about your industry. Now, does any of this sound like you? And again, just use the comments, just type in yes or no. You wanna be able to post Instagram stories without feeling like you're speaking to no one and wasting your time. So this is something I hear a lot. People are like, I wanna make Instagram stories, but it feels like a giant waste of my time. It feels like it's just a time suck, and I'm a business owner, so I have things to do. So they end up not doing it at all. You've tried to put yourself out there and get engagement, but nothing seems to work. You wish you could just find a way to confidently post Instagram stories that feels fast, easy, and different. And when I say different, I mean that stands out from the crowd. A lot of people message me and they're like, you know, everyone's doing stories in the exact same way. How do I stand out? How do I be seen? How do I be heard? So I'd love to know in the chat box, which of these resonates with you the most? What is the thing that you are most struggling with when it comes to your Instagram stories? Take a moment, write it in the chat. And remember guys, this is an experience that I've created specifically to help you get better. And part of getting better is really getting clear on what the problem is, what the setback is, what the challenge is. So I'm encouraging you to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit. I know it's easy to be like a silent lurker. I don't want silent lurkers. Let's put ourselves out there. Let's commit to really getting the most out of this workshop as we possibly can. So I'd love to know which of those resonates with you the most. Okay. So now I'm going to go through what exactly you are going to learn from today's workshop, okay? So firstly, you're going to learn how to create great Instagram stories without it taking over your life, without it wasting your time, learning how to make epic stories that are captivating. We're going to be covering that. We're going to be covering fail-proof in-app hacks that will help you get the most from Instagram stories without ever leaving the app. This is a really big one. As fun as it is to use other apps, it's also really important to know how to just get the most out of the Instagram app itself so that you don't have to bother with all of the bells and whistles if you're not in the mood or if you don't have the time. So that's what I'm going to be showing you here today. Most of these tips, I don't know if you've been reading my emails, but I just got back from a trip in South Africa. And I was with some of my most badass business owning friends. And a lot of them didn't know some of what I consider to be the most basic hacks, tips, and tricks in Instagram stories. And like this section is going to cover all of those. Then I'm going to share what I consider to be the 3 essential apps that make storytelling easier, faster, and more impressive. I don't want to give you apps that are just going to kind of like add more things to your plate. I want to show you how to use these apps in the most specific way possible and in the way that I think is the way that business owners should use it if they're just trying to save time and get things done. So I'm going to be covering that as well. And then the 4th thing I'm going to be covering is how to quickly and easily improve the quality of your Instagram stories with just a few extra steps. This is the one part of the presentation which is a little bit more intermediate in level, but like you're gonna learn, putting in that little bit of more effort in your spare time is gonna make a huge impact on the quality of what's possible for your Instagram stories. So I'm gonna walk you through that as well. And then last but not least, I'm going to share the one simple change that you can make today that's going to instantly increase your story views. And I've used this time and time again with clients. It works every single time, hands down. It's just a really great hack that not a lot of people are using, and it gives you instant story views, which is incredible. Okay, so that's everything that I'm gonna be covering today. If you're excited, definitely let me know in the comment section. Be like, yes, I'm excited. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Because that's how I'm feeling. And I just want to feel the energy, guys. I want to feel the energy bounce back and forth. Okay, so before we dig in, I want to share my story with you. And I want you to know how I got here and how I learned all of these Instagram story tips, tricks, and hacks. Because I think that's really important. A lot of you guys may have never heard of me before. Some of you have. And actually, I'd like to know. So just leave a message and let me know, when was the first time you ever heard of me? How long have you been following me for? I would love to learn, like, where did you find me? Leave a comment because it'd be really interesting to know. But I thought it would be important to share my story with you guys today. So prior to Instagram stories, I was using YouTube to build my know, like, and trust factor with my audience. And you can see right there on the right-hand side, there's a nice little picture of me. That's what my YouTube cover photos used to look like, that nice big pink circle. It's still a part of my brand. But I was on YouTube, guys. I had over 30,000 subscribers. I had 1.9 million views. And over a period of 7 years, I created more than 200 videos. That's something I'm really, really proud of. I was doing super well on YouTube, but to be honest with you, nothing about it felt maintainable. It was truly exhausting. And actually, I don't know if I've ever spoken publicly about how exhausting it was. I mean, you could just imagine 7 years worth of videos where you're churning out content almost every single week. It's a long time, right? It's a long time to be building your craft and putting out videos. So yeah, it was exhausting. For every single video, I had to create an outline for the video. I had to do my hair and makeup, very much like you see me right now doing my hair and makeup. I had to find an outfit that looked different than the last outfit. I had to set up the camera, the lights, the microphone. I had to make sure that it was framed properly. And by the way, it's way easier to do that today, but back in the day, it was like I had to take a picture and then like run into spot, run into position, come back. It was a whole scene. I had to set up the camera, the lights, and the microphone, which doesn't sound hard, but it's a camera, the lights, the microphone. I had to deal with surprise setbacks and refilm. So for example, a lot of times like my battery would run out and I wouldn't even know. And then at the end of the recording, I'd go to edit and realize that it stopped halfway through. Or a memory stick would run out of space. It was just always constant setbacks, constant refilming. I can't tell you how many YouTube videos I filmed that were completely blurry that I had to refilm. And then once you're done with the filming, you then have to edit the video, right? So you have to edit the video, then you have to write complimentary copywriting for the video when you share it on social media. Then you have to upload it to social media. And then of course, interact with your audience, which is the most fun part. But all of that is a lot of work. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section, how many of you guys have actually, maybe you have a YouTube channel or maybe you've gone through this process. It is so much hard work. So maybe you can relate to everything that I was experiencing at that time. I really wanted to communicate my authority and make myself known in the online world. I knew that if I wanted to make the type of impact that I wanted to make, the internet was the best place to do it. Because guys, I'll tell you one thing about communities, local communities, they are amazing, but the reach is nothing like the potential of what the internet can give you, because the internet gives you a global reach, right? So I wanted to be able to position myself as an authority in my industry online. I wanted to build an audience of people who deeply understood and respected my work. I mean, that's very simple and straightforward. I wanted to really be connected with people and have people following me who were excited, genuinely excited about what I was creating. So like even today for this workshop, you know, I heard, even just now, I just heard from Amanda, and she was telling me, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for the workshop. And she has a bottle of wine. By the way, I have a bottle of wine too, but I'm not opening it up until the Q&A section, but this will be my celebratory wine. But yeah, so to have people who are genuinely excited by what you're creating, I wanted that, right? But I did not want to spend loads of time, effort, and energy and burn myself out in order to do so. And that's what was happening with YouTube. I was getting to the point where I was burning myself out. Lucky for me, in 2013, a platform called Snapchat released a new feature. It was called Stories. And it changed the game. So I'd love to hear from you guys. How many of you were actually on Snapchat? How many of you followed me on Snapchat? And if you followed me on Snapchat, do you remember what my famous catchphrase was every time I opened up my Snapchat? Do you remember what my nickname for you guys was? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. But yeah, Stories completely changed the game. Back in the day though, back in 2013, Stories was much less romantic. People had no clue what stories were or how to use them at all. The concept of something that you post disappearing after 24 hours was revolutionary. Like people were like, what's the point? Why would I post something if it's going to disappear in 24 hours? So if you were creating stories back in 2013, you were really a pioneer. You were exploring the platform for the first time with everyone else. And that's exactly what I was doing. I was an early adopter of stories. So when I first started using stories, what I noticed is that my relationship with my audience dramatically shifted. It built my brand in a much different way than I had experienced on YouTube. It allowed me to have real connections and interactions in a way that was never possible with YouTube before. Stories changed the game for the relationship with the audience and you, the brand, the business, the creator. Like Stories forever changed it, right? Because instead of feeling like your audience is seeing this perfect glammed up version of you that they might see in a YouTube video or on an Instagram feed post, they felt like they were actually getting to see the most real version of your story, because there you are at the other end of a mobile phone. And I think that was like the biggest change, right? Stories, the playing field by giving everyone the same low tech restraints of an app and a mobile phone. Like that was it. Like to make Snapchat stories, all you had to have were a Snapchat and a phone. And that was really cool. It leveled the playing field. It made it easy for everyone to create epic content. And you were no longer competing on the quality of the production. You were competing on the actual quality of the content that you were sharing. So stories introduced real moments to the social media scene, giving the upper hand to those who are confident enough to share a more personal side. And that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys here today, is that if you want to master stories, if you want to create great stories, you have to have the confidence to share more of your personal side. That doesn't mean you have to like show off your dirty laundry, but you just have to build up that confidence of like letting people in a really informal type of way. So not only did my relationship with my audience shift for the better when I started creating stories, but I was also able to tell my stories in a much easier way than I had ever been able to do with YouTube before. Because like I just told you guys, like with YouTube, there was a long list of things that had to be done, right? With Snapchat stories and with Instagram stories, it's literally just me and my phone. That's it. That's all I need. It's just like doing some recording and editing, and then that's it. So I was able to tell my stories in the moment as they came to me, instead of having to like plan them out and then schedule in a time to shoot and da-da-da. It was all in the moment, all as it came to me. I was also able to tell my stories in a way that built my know, like, and trust factor with so much more momentum. Creating stories became my #1 way. Guys, this is insane. I had my largest launch ever in my business, and it was the year that I really started taking Snapchat stories seriously. Creating stories became my #1 way of attracting new clients and introducing them to who I am and what I do because of how effective it was. Not only was it effective for my business, but it was effective for my brand. The fact that I built such a strong brand by simply posting good content to my Instagram stories has allowed me to create an audience of people who genuinely care about my business because they care about me as a person, right? So you've created a depth behind your business. It's not just, oh, here's this business that Alex has created and I'm really into her business. No, it's like, I'm really interested in the people behind the business. I'm really interested in Alex. I'm really interested in Laura, who's now on my team. Like I'm really into sharing the behind the scenes of my business, because that's what that's what makes people buy from you. People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And that's why stories are such a phenomenal marketing tool, because it makes that instant connection. I won't even go into the fact that like competition right now is next to none, and that this is like the most obvious best time to create Instagram stories. That's a whole other story. But yeah, it's a powerful marketing tool. It's like I have an epic community by my side, always interested in what I'm up to because they genuinely care about me and my journey. So what I've realized over my last now 5 years, which is crazy, like it's crazy to think. Like I remember when stories came out on Snapchat, and it's crazy to think that it's been 5 years. But so over my 5 years of creating and sharing my stories with the world, what I've learned is that stories are an excellent communication tool, and you can choose to use them in a way that suits you and your lifestyle. I'm gonna say that again. You can choose to use Instagram stories in a way that suits you and your lifestyle. AKA, you get to do it your way. You don't have to do it my way. You get to do it your way. You don't have to share every aspect of your life or document every moment in order to create stories that cause people to care. Not a necessity, but you do have to share in a way that is a unique representation of who you are and what you do, and in a way that builds a solid relationship with your audience. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Yay! I want to help you learn how to share your journey in an easy, quick, and fun way so that you can start to experience the benefits of always having an audience who genuinely cares about who you are and what you do. So this is someone who, she's one of my clients, but the reason why I wanted to share her with you today is because of what she says about building a community and how Instagram stories has allowed her to build a community. So here's what she said. So she joined my course. It's called Gram Slam. She said, I had an increase in views, and it feels like Gram Slam took the interaction between me and my audience to a whole new level. My closest friends and family who have never, ever commented on my Instagram are now showing so much love after sharing my voice. It has been amazing. I also recently launched a new product and went live for 3 days in a row. I couldn't believe how I increased my sales on my own because usually I depend on influencers to do that for me. This is the key, guys. This is the key part. Overall, it feels like we are slowly turning into a small community. Thank you a million. That's what we want, right? This is from Haya Mubarak, who's in Bahrain. She's an online business owner, and that's what we want. We want to create stories that are creating a community of people who know, like, and trust us, have a deep respect for our work, and are interested in what we're creating and putting out in the world. If you agree, give me an amen. I want to hear the amens in the comment section because to me, that's what this is all about. It's not even about the numbers, guys. It's not about how many followers, how many views, how many this, how many that, like how many deep connections. That's what we want. It's more about the depth than the width. So when I think back to 2013, when stories were first invented, it actually took about 2 years for Snapchat to become a thing that people were actually taking half seriously. So I would say in 2013 and 2014, I was more using it for fun. I was using it as a way to express myself and to connect with my audience in a really different way. But it wasn't until 2015 that I started to take it very seriously because I started to realize that like it was catching on. People were starting to understand that stories was the cool place to be. So to set the scene, and by the way, this is a story I've never shared personally online before. This is something that I normally only share like in social circles. Basically, I remember back in the day, I was using Snapchat stories. I was telling stories all the time, and so many prominent people who are prominent online business owners were coming out and they were like really just poo-pooing on the idea of stories. They were like, why would anyone want to document their lives 24/7? Why would anyone like feel the need to post something that disappears in 24 hours? And that was the perception back then. People could not understand, like the culture and the language of stories made no sense to people. And today, which is now 3 years later, all of those people use Instagram stories daily. And when they first started using Instagram stories, it used to kind of make me angry, to be honest, because I was like, all of these people were like looking down on stories and saying what a waste of time it was. And as soon as Instagram took it and stole it and put it onto their platform, now everyone's using it. Now everyone loves it. But Snapchat came up with it first, right? So I had this big like kind of heart-torn feelings about it in the beginning because so many people look down on it and now everyone uses it. So with this short-lived form, it's 15-second long videos. They only last 24 hours. It's a short-lived form of storytelling. It just hit the scene 5 years ago. Even if you just look at the last 2 years, how much it has grown and how much it has developed and how much more accepted it is now and how people are actually watching stories, consuming stories, obsessed with it. I can only imagine how it's going to continue to explode, right? And that's why it's so worth learning how to tell your story in a way that gets people hooked on your journey while simultaneously done in a way that feels good and true for you. There's no point in making Instagram stories if you hate making Instagram stories. So my thing is, how do we make Instagram stories an actual fun and easy thing for you to do so that you can connect with your audience, so that people actually can see what you're up to? Like, that's a really good feeling, is when you put something out there and you get the engagement and response like, whoa, I didn't know you did that. Or, hey, wow, I'm really interested in that project, or whatever. Like, we want people to feel invested in our journey, but at the same time, we don't want to feel like we're force feeding things down people's Instagram story throats, right? We want to feel comfortable in, and we want it to feel fun. So I want you to imagine, I want everyone here on this workshop right now to just imagine that feeling when you're able to confidently share Instagram stories that help build your community. Isn't that awesome? Like, can you just imagine if it was fun and if it was easy and if you were able to grow an audience of people who were genuinely excited every time you posted a story? I can tell you it's fun because I live it. It's so much fun. I feel like I have friends all over the world, and I do. Like, I just went to South Africa, and me and my now friend Bernice, we met on Snapchat, and we have a real relationship because I share my stories online. That's it. That's the only reason why. She's a supporter of who I am, of what I do. We connect on a deep level, and that's what it's all about, okay? So now you're probably wondering, okay, Alex, yes, I'm in, I'm ready. I really love everything you're talking about, but where do I start? So if you're ready to dive in, say, I'm ready in the comment section. And while you type in, I'm ready, I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Because that's how I roll. Guys, I just looked at the time. I have a feeling this is gonna be a good 2 hours long. Just warning you. Okay, so how to get the most out of Instagram stories without ever leaving the app. This is the first thing that we're gonna be covering today. And the first thing that it begins with is this: how to create a much better Instagram story while being more present in the moment. So this may seem obvious, but Instagram stories are there to help you tell a story. And you're gonna wanna write this down. I want you to think beginning, middle, and end. Beginning, middle, and end. There should be a story arc. It's a story. It's called a story for a reason, right? So we're thinking about stories here. The problem is, how do you tell a story every day or three times a week or whatever your commitment is without it taking over your life? And this is what I hear all the time. Like I got my hair done today, in case you couldn't tell. Doesn't it look fabulous? And one of the problems that my hairdresser, Mia, was telling me, she was like, I want to post Instagram stories, but I feel like it takes over my life and I feel like it's so much effort and da-da-da-da. So this is for those of you, right? It's very simple. Number one, you're gonna document throughout the day. And number two, do not post your stories immediately. By the way, I shared this with my recent mastermind buddies and this was mind-blowing for them. So, okay, that's right. I do not want you to post your stories immediately. And I think this is what kills storytelling, is when people are just posting immediately without putting much thought or intention behind it. One of the biggest problems people have with Instagram stories is that creating them takes them out of the moment, right? So I can sit here and I can open up Instagram and I can create a story and I can be like, oh, I'm here. I'm doing my workshop. Yes, I'm creating this story. But if I then have to stop and edit it and post it, it's taking me out of the moment. Whereas if I just take that, press save, close it, and I'm done, put my phone away, now I can be present with you here again, and I wasn't gone at all. So if you have to take out your phone to film something and then you feel like you have to post it immediately, it completely draws you out of the moment. In that moment, being behind your phone is not what you want to be doing. So keep it to a minimum. Film what needs to be filmed, save it, and then immediately put your phone away. Remember, if you have any questions, type them into the question box, and I'm gonna answer all of your questions at the end of this workshop. So what you're going to notice is that when you do find a quiet moment during the day to look back and see what photos and videos you've got, you're able to tell a much better story because you're no longer in it. You have an outside perspective. This is huge. It's easier to tell a story when you're looking backwards at what happened compared to when you're actually in the moment. So take a video or whatever, save it, put your phone away. This allows you to curate your stories, and it allows you to be a better storyteller while allowing you to fully enjoy your life moments with presence. That is a win-win-win. So you can take the pictures, you can take the videos, you can take the boomerangs. Don't post them. Posting them is where all of the thoughts overwhelm you. You're like, should I add a GIF? Should I write something? No, just take it, save it, and that's it. There's a little save button, bottom left-hand side. You'll be good to go. When you look back over the content, so this is really what I do. I get all my videos aligned. I look back over the content, and then I curate it. And curating, for those of you who don't know, basically just means deleting the things that are unnecessary. So I curate it to tell the story in as short, as precise, as brand building, and as impactful a way as possible. Get rid of the unnecessary parts until you have exactly what you need to tell the story, no more, no less. So if you guys love this tip, please let me know in the comment section, what did you think about this tip? Because to me, this has been a game changer. And a lot of times I spend with people, they're like, wow, I thought you'd be on your phone way more. And I'm like, no. And then later I go to bed and I upload everything. They're like, oh my God, you took so much content and I didn't even realize, right? And so that's how I do it. I'm literally just like taking something out, saving it, putting it away, and I'm still present. Tip number 2, Tip number 2, fail-proof in-app hacks that will introduce you to quick and easy creative ideas to immediately make your stories stand out from the crowd regardless of your industry. So this is my first tip underneath this section number 2. If you want a quick and easy background, just tap and hold the screen and it's gonna fill your screen with color. So to walk you through the step-by-steps, to walk you through the step-by-steps, what you're gonna do is you're going to select the brush tool. So as you can see at the top left hand, they have the brush tool. Then you're gonna select your color and then you're gonna tap and hold the screen and it's gonna fill the entire screen with color. If you didn't know that one before, write it into the comments, be like, I didn't know that one before. I'm curious to know. Every time I share that with people, they're like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. I was spending so much time coloring everything in. And I'm like, dude, totally unnecessary. So hopefully that helped you. My next tip, these are some examples. So basically what you can do, guys, is like in the first example, you can see I turn the entire screen pink. And then what you can do is add text on top. That's how I like to get quick and easy messages out. If I just have something to say really quickly and I don't have time to make a video, I'll just make the screen all one color and just type something out. In the second example, you can see that I made the entire screen black and then I used the eraser tool to erase out a heart. It's just like a really cute and easy thing that you can do. You can create shapes and it just makes it stand out a little bit. And then the third one is an example of if you do it not with the primary brush tool, but with what I call the highlighter tool, which is the second tool in the brush tools, that's gonna allow you to fill the entire screen, but with a transparent background. So there's like a see-through background. So they can still kind of see the image behind, but you can still put text on top and it's just like a really nice sheen way to share an image and text. So hopefully that was helpful. Okay, so this is my second hack and I love this hack. I just recently discovered it myself. And this hack involves having access to a symbols keyboard. Now, I use an app called Symbol to get this on my iPhone. You can see it there in the slide. But I know that many phones already have symbols. So like I have my iPhone doesn't have a symbol keyboard installed, but a lot of the different types of ones do, right? So it's totally up to you to check your phone and see if you need to download an app. You may need to download an app, but once you get it installed, there are so many fun different symbols that you can add. So in this first one, you can see that I use the star symbol. So freaking cool. In the second one, there's like an L-shaped, like half of a square. So I put a yellow one, a pink one. You can do such cool things, create cool borders. I absolutely love it. And then the third phone right there, you can see that there's lots of different ones for you to choose from. So those were just some of my favorites. They have clouds, they have circles, they have X's, so many cool different symbols. And it's just a really quick and easy way to stand out because most people aren't taking the time to use symbols to create fun shapes on their stories. So that's just something that's really quick and easy that I think can instantly make your story stand out. A fun thing to do is to pick ones that are brand building. So like I use the circles a lot on my stories because the circle is like my brand thing. You can choose one again and again and again to create that repetition, that consistency so that people can recognize your stories when they see them. Okay, so the next one is how to add a border. And I've given you 2 examples here of me having borders on my photos, but I'm actually going to come out of, if this is gonna work. Is it gonna work? Only time will tell. Hopefully you guys are still there. Dun, 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 dun. Where are you guys? Have I lost you? Have I lost you? No, we're here. Okay, good. So I wanted to show you how I do it on my phone. When I was in South Africa, I realized that a lot of people they want to make a border, but they're not really sure how. And when they try, it doesn't work for some reason. So I'm just gonna take a picture. Cool, so this is the picture that I took. What I realized with the border is that when you grab the pen tool, right? So I've grabbed my pen tool, I've selected the second option, which is the highlight option. A lot of people want to start very bottom, right? And then they're like, oh, it's not working. It's not letting me draw. The reason is because you have to start from like either this side or from this side. If you try to start from the top or the bottom, there's other tools up there and it's not gonna work, right? So what you want to do is make the size of your pen tool all the way up as big as possible And you're gonna start from the side, and then you're just simply going to draw all the way. You're just gonna follow your finger all the way around. Whoa, this has like a close-up option, I think. It would stop focusing on my face. Anyway, you get the idea, right? So you can create a border that way. A lot of people have asked me, how do you create a border? I'm like, it's super easy, but you need to know that you have to start on the sides and not on the top or the bottom. So hopefully that was helpful for you. If it was, leave a comment. Guys, let me know in the comment section now, how is this going for you so far? I'd love to hear from you while I take a sip of my water and share my screen again. Hopefully this works. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Is it gonna work? I'm not sure. Screen share, screen share, screen share, screen share, screen share. This is what I do during tech difficulties. I just start rapping. Okay, right, so that was the border option. You know what? This thing isn't working anymore for some reason. It's not allowing you to see my face. So we're just gonna roll with the punches, and you're not gonna see my face anymore, which is kind of a shame, but such is life. So Instagram has these things for you to use them, right? So for example, the border, we've got GIFs, we've got polls, we've got questions, we've got so many different features that Instagram has. So I really wanna know from you guys, what is the one thing that you've just learned that would be really easy for you to use that you don't currently use? And just to kind of remind you, refresh your memory, we've got the border, we've got adding symbols, we've got creating like an easy background. Like these are very, very easy things that can make a big difference in the use of the app and in how people experience your story. So I'd love to hear from you guys, which one would be easy for you to use that you're just not using. I got it to work, yay. Okay, hashtag winning. Right, we're just gonna put me small up there in the corner. I'm gonna let you guys type. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I'm gonna let you guys type. I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then we're gonna move on to number 3. I feel like I just got a message, but I didn't. It was just a little notification. Okay. Number 3 of 5. We're now gonna talk about the 3 essential apps that make storytelling way easier and way more impressive and actually save you time. This is so good. So get your pen and paper. You're gonna wanna write this down because it's so good. Okay, cut story. Now, I know that you're probably seeing this very small, so I would recommend that you turn it into full screen just for this section. But basically, a lot of times people ask me, and I'll just make this big while I talk with you guys. A lot of times people ask me, Alex, I want to get a message out, but I don't want to have to like stop every 15 seconds and post. What do you recommend that I do? So this is the app that I recommend to those people. And basically all it is you go into your regular camera setting on your phone. So it's just like my regular phone. You're just gonna take a video of yourself. So you get your video setting and you're just like, oh, da 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 da, hi, blah blah blah, whatever. You get your message across. Hopefully you're sharing some kind of valuable content. You know what you're talking about. You're brand building. You're giving people something to love you for. You finish. Maybe it's like a minute and a half long, and now you want to divide it into 15-second clips. That is where this fantastic app comes in. It is called Cut Story, right? So you're going to use this app to divide long videos into 15-second intervals. So I've walked you through it step by step here. You basically download the app called Cut Story. You open it. On the bottom left-hand side, you're going to tap video. So it lets you choose between video or photos. We're going with video because that's what we want to work with. You're then going to select your video from your camera roll that you want to work with. Once it comes up, there's a lot of options here. Ignore all the options, and at the bottom right-hand side, there's a little pointing down arrow in a box. You're going to tap on that, and then it's going to give you a variety of options. It's going to say, do you want 10-second video, 15-second video, whatever. Tap the Instagram one. It's automatically going to divide it into 15-second clips, and then press the little check box, and it's going to save it straight to your camera roll. And this is fantastic because then you just open up your Instagram, which I'm going to show you now. And once you've opened up your Instagram, literally all you have to do is just slide up, and it's going to bring up all of the videos here. So then you're just going to add them one at a time, right? And That, my friends, is how you're going to basically add videos and have one long video in 15-second clips. So hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to let me know. Like I said, we're gonna be reviewing questions at the end. Okay, InShot. So this one is to crop the length of a story. So guys, have you ever taken a story and it's 15, like maybe it's a video. This happens to me all the time. I take videos, like I said, I save them, I review them later, and I'll review them later, and maybe like in the back of the video, someone says something inappropriate, or maybe there's like an ugly part of the video that is just not necessary, or maybe the video feels too long. For some reason, you want to cut that video down. Maybe it's 15 seconds and you want to cut it down to 10 seconds, or maybe you want to chop off the beginning or whatever. That's what I use this app for, okay? So this app is called InShot, and basically you're going to download the app. You're going to open up the app. You're going to tap video, because again, we're working with video. You're then going to open up new. Once you've opened up and selected your video, you then want to change the canvas. So at the beginning, in step 4, you can see that it has borders on either side. We don't want that. We want it to be the correct size. So if you tap canvas and then press 9:16, it's going to stretch it out into the Instagram story dimensions. And then pretty much what you're gonna do is you're going to press, there's like a little crop button, right? So on the very left-hand side icon, I think it's called trim, the icon. That's icon number 7 over there. And then it's gonna bring up 2 white bars on either side of your video. And if you move those white bars, that's basically you cropping the video, right? Once you're done, you're gonna press the tick box, which you can see in step 10. And then step 11 is you're going to press the save button, which is top right-hand side. There's like an arrow pointing up. And then you're just gonna press save, and voila, there you have it. So that's the second app. First app is Cut Story. Second app is InShot. Third app is Unfold. I love Unfold. Unfold is such a cool app because it allows you to create cool collage-like effects with your images and videos. So the other day I was in Orlando and I went for a run outside, and I took 2 videos. I filmed myself running, and then I took another video where it was like you could see my feet running. And I got so many messages from people being like, how did you film yourself running at the same time? Like, how did you do that? And really, I just filmed it separately and put them together using Unfold so that it looked like it was telling the story at the same time. Very quick, very easy, not a lot of effort. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do that right now. Basically, you're gonna download the app, open it up. At the bottom, there's a plus sign, dun, dun, dun. And the plus sign is basically going to allow you to create a new story. You're then going to press the plus sign again at the bottom. It's going to bring up templates. So at the very bottom in number 5, you can see templates at the bottom, right? There's lots of different ones. As you can see here, lots of different types of templates. They even have like a shop full of templates. You're going to choose the template you want, and then you're going to add the photo you want, and then you're going to save it using the top right-hand button like we did in all of the other ones. So those are the 3 apps. This is how I recommend that you use them. The 3 essential apps for making storytelling shorter, easier, more impressive, save you time. Cut Story, so that you can divide long stories into 15-second intervals. We've got InShot, which is going to help you shorten your 15-second videos. And then we've got Unfold, which is going to help you just create these really cool collage-like effects. Okay, how is everyone doing so far? I feel like I need a water break. I want to hear from all of you, so leave a comment and let me know what's going through your mind. Whew, so much water. I just finished one whole glass. Now glass number 2. I feel like we're going through this swiftly though, so that's good. Okay, number 4, how to quickly and easily improve the quality of your Instagram stories with just a few more steps. So this is what I call the intermediate level. This is for those of you who want to take it to just a little step further. You want to put in a little more effort so that you can really impress people with your stories. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about doing. Like at the end of a day, you've taken a bunch of videos, you can come home and you can make a really cool video at home. Now, a big problem that I see people having is that there's no way to like show a bunch of images without posting. So let's say you have 4 photos. There's no way of posting 4 photos without individually posting 4 stories, and then you're cluttering up the number of stories at the top. So this is what I like to do. I'll take 4 photos and I will put them into one video. so that it's kind of like a slideshow. Do this with actual videos, right? And you can add transitions. And so it's really cool because it allows you to like kind of show an image and then it'll like fade into the next image and fade into the next image. And it's just really cool. You can add music to it. So that's what I'm going to show you here today. I get asked this question all the time. So let me walk you through it. So step one, you're going to take a bunch of videos or photos. Totally up to you. You can decide what you want, photos or videos. Step two, you're going to open up the same app that I just introduced you to called InShot. InShot, one word, InShot. Step three, you're going to add all of the videos that you want to add by tapping the plus button. So as you can see, bottom left-hand side, there's a plus button. Just keep tapping that plus button and adding the videos that you want to add. Once you've added all the videos, you can tap on each video to edit them individually. This is where I like to trim the videos to my liking. So you tap on it on a video and you trim it very similar to what I said before. You drag one corner, you move it in, you drag the other corner, you move it in. That's how you're shortening and trimming your videos. Then you're going to play around with the transition options because this is what makes it so impressive. So don't miss out on this step. Once you've shortened the videos to your liking, as you can see on the bottom left-hand side of this slide, you're going to see a little circle, a white circle with like a black line through it. That means transition. So if you click on that, it's then going to take you to the next slide, which you can see right here on the right-hand side. It's going to give you lots of different transitions. There's like ones that twirl. There's ones that slowly fade. There's one that zooms. There's one that like catapults. There's lots of different ones. So you can definitely have fun playing around with them. You can move them in different directions. There's so many cool things that you can do. Once you've decided on your transition, you just press that tick box. You add transitions for all of your different videos and then save. And it's really as simple as that. There you have like one video that just goes from like, it's 15 seconds long and it maybe shows 5 different photos and it's going from one to the next. I've even gone so far, like when I was in South Africa, if you go and check out my South Africa video, when I landed in South Africa, I did all of the editing for everything in South Africa from my phone using InShot. And people were messaging me and they're like, oh my gosh, are you doing this from your computer? And I'm like, no, I'm doing it from my phone. Isn't it a miracle? So you can take this a step further. In this same app, you can add music, you can add filters, you can add text, you can speed things up, slow things down. There's so much fun stuff that you can do with this app. But if there's one, like I said, I don't want to teach you everything. I want to teach you how to make impressive, quick, easy things. This is impressive, this is quick, this is easy, this is all you really need to know. But if you do want to take it to the next level, of course you can. So I want you to tell me in the chat box right now, is this all making sense to you? Have I lost you? Are you still there? Leave a message and let me know. And while you do that, can you guess what I'm going to do? I'm just over here drinking some water. I've got my essential oil blend, Citrus Bliss. Oh, I love this stuff. Put it on my hands. There's nothing as refreshing as some nice essential oils. Okay, hopefully you've had enough time to tell me if it's making sense. We're now moving on to the last and final tip. But guys, I don't want you to run away after this because remember we have a giveaway. I'm also going to be telling you how you can get your hands on that bonus PDF, which is going to give you 3 Instagram story sales templates. I'm also offering something very special, which I've never offered before, and only those of you who stay until the end are going to get access, and I can promise you it's so worth staying until the end for. So please bear with me, and hopefully these tips and tricks are really helping you along the way. Let's dive into step number 5. So the one simple change you can make that will instantly increase your story views. Add a ring around your profile picture so it stands out on Instagram. So here's an example. In the first row, you can see I only have 1 ring. But in the second row, I have 2 rings. And in the third row, I added another white ring, right? So this is so easy. It immediately makes you stand out. I can't tell you how many times whenever I use this, I always use it like during a special launch or something. If I have something special going on, I like to include this because it just makes people do a double take. I get a lot of people messaging me like, why do you have 2 rings? Like, is there something special as to why you have 2 rings? And then also when people have watched your story and your ring goes away, it still looks like there's another ring. So it encourages people to continue to check your stories and to continue to consume your content. So here's how to do it in Photoshop, but I want you to know that you can do the same process in any editing software. So you start, as you can see, with a blank document. I then add a circle, in this case, my pink brand circle, and then I add the photo right behind it. I save it, I bring it into Instagram, I upload it, I make sure that it fits perfectly so that you don't see outside of the circle, and that's it. Like, it's literally that simple. I love the use of the white ring as well because it just makes it pop even more. So if you have to choose, like you can see here, is it gonna let me go back? Yeah, if you have to choose, I would choose this last one down here. It pops so much, and it's because of that use of the double white circle. So more people click because of this, and it's a great way to get people to initially engage with your stories more often. But I want you to note, this is not a good long-term strategy. It is important to rely on the depth of your storytelling versus tactics like this. Like, this is a great tactic to use during a launch or if you're promoting something awesome, but like, don't rely on this to get more views. Like, rely on the quality of your content. Okay, so let's recap everything that you've learned so far so that you can take it down in your notes. You've learned how to create great Instagram stories without it taking over your life by filming them in advance, posting them with 5% extra effort, and engaging with people who watch your stories. You learn my fail-proof in-app hacks that help you get the most out of Instagram without ever leaving the app, like how to create an instant background, add symbols, and other decorative styles. You discover the 3 essential apps that make storytelling way easier and way more impressive. That's Cut Story, InShot, and Over. And you've learned how to quickly and easily improve the quality of your Instagram stories with just a few more steps. There's one more. You also learned the one simple change that you can make to instantly increase your story views. So you are here today because you want to create fun, easy, and quick Instagram stories to build an audience who is actually invested in your story and cares about what you post. You want a simple way to share your stories without it being clunky or cumbersome. You want to learn how to share your story in a way that works for you. And now it's your time, guys. It's your time to experience confidence in your storytelling. It's your time to stop feeling lost in the crowd of Instagram stories. It's your time to start telling stories in a way that works for you individually with your strengths and your desires and your preferences. It's your time to learn how to tell your story with a proven step-by-step system. So remember, Instagram stories does not have to be hard. You can find a way to tell your story that's easy, quick, and fun. And everything I shared with you in this workshop are all the things that me and my clients have done to achieve incredible things with Instagram stories, and it's about making it easy, right? Remember, the best part about stories is that it evens the playing field so that anyone with a phone can tell their own story. I don't have any advantages or special skills. I don't have like a secret tool or access to expensive resources. I just have a system for storytelling that works really well. And if I can do it, I promise you that you can do it too. And you can do it in a way that works for you. So that's why I want to introduce you to Gram Slam. Gram Slam, baby. Gram Slam is my online course all about Instagram stories. So I talk about how to build trust, boost engagement, and strengthen your sales with a minimum of just 20 minutes a day. I want to share some case studies with you guys because people have gotten some awesome results. This woman's name is Randa El Zain. She's in Abu Dhabi and she is a life coach. And she said, thanks to Gram Slam, I tripled my story views within a week. I was doing the happy dance. We've also got Jeanne, who is a health coach in Canada. She said, after the first 2 modules of Gram Slam, I started getting messages like, you know what I don't like? When I come home to look at your Instagram stories, but you haven't posted in 3 hours. People have made so many comments about making my Instagram stories a part of their daily ritual. I am honored, and Gram Slam has a massive part to play in that. The amount of people viewing and staying on my stories seems to be about 50% more than before Gram Slam. So guys, I want you to really imagine that. Like, imagine creating the types of stories that When you don't post, people message you and they're like, where are you? I miss hearing from you. What's going on? That's the type of stories that we want to be creating. We want to be a part of people's ritual, right? So Gram Slam is an online program, like I said. It includes 4 Gram Slam modules with presentation, video, and audio trainings. Okay, so we've got 10 frequently asked question videos. We've got 19 bonus Instagram app tutorials. We've got 18 bonus outside app tutorials. We've got 15 templates and resources, and we've got 3 Instagram story cheat sheets. And very differently to the tutorial that we did here today, these tutorials are actually like you are seeing my screen. It's a video recording of my screen walking you through everything step by step. So by the end of Gram Slam, you will boost your story views and your DMs. You will have crystal clarity on your brand story and how to tell it, and that's a huge one, guys. You're gonna feel confident in creating brand building stories every day in no more than 20 minutes. You will know how to film your Instagram stories with ease. You'll know how to come up with epic story ideas when you feel stuck. And you will feel confident that you're building an audience who loves your stories. This is why I created Gram Slam, for all of these reasons. So now I'm gonna walk you through the different modules that we have. We have module 1, which is really the foundation level. You're gonna learn the basics, right? Because it's an Instagram stories course. We have to prepare you for everything. So I walk you through what are Instagram stories, why Instagram stories should be a top priority for your brand. And this is my favorite part of the foundation level, the 8 tips for creating stories that are so good, people get addicted. So within the foundation level, you're also going to get access to our now famous brand story worksheet, and you're gonna get an Instagram story engagement cheat sheet. So the brand story worksheet, to be honest, I created this, I put it in Gram Slam. I thought it was just gonna be like, you know, a nice thing to have, obviously. I was blown away by how many people have messaged me specifically about that worksheet, saying that it was worth the price of the entire course altogether. People saying that they could take everything that they learned from that brand story worksheet and not just apply it to Instagram stories, but apply it across all of their platforms. That's why I call it our now famous brand story worksheet, because it has made such a positive impact. We also have the Instagram story engagement booster cheat sheet. So if you're ever stuck and you're like, gosh, I really need to boost engagement, this is a cheat sheet that is very quickly going to give you a bunch of ideas of exactly how to boost your engagement in your stories. It has a ton of, it's like pages of ideas. It's really, really good. I think you're gonna love it. Module 2 is how to create an epic Instagram story, right? So you're gonna learn the 3 types of Instagram story topics. You're gonna learn how to come up with epic story ideas when you feel stuck or uninspired. And we're basically gonna set you up so that you know how to make sure that you always have something good to post, even when you're not in the mood. So in module 2, you're also going to get access to a story topic ideas cheat sheet, along with the story topic ideas worksheet. So the cheat sheet is basically like, here's a bunch of story ideas, like take it, use it, copy it, whatever. The story topic ideas worksheet is helping you like actually go through step by step to come up with your own topic ideas. Then we also have an editorial calendar worksheet, which is basically going to help you be able to figure out what different things you should be posting on different days according to what you have going on in your business. This is helpful for some people and not helpful for others. If you're someone who likes to kind of fly by the seat of your pants, I would say don't even look at the editorial calendar worksheet. It's going to overwhelm you. But if you're someone who really likes to have things scheduled out, strategically planned, have things in order, make sure that your content is matching what's actually happening in your business, then this is going to be super helpful for you. Then we have module 3, which is the foolproof formula for Instagram stories. So in this module, you're going to learn the basic necessities of storytelling, how to hone your storytelling style. I'm going to give you tips and tricks to create visual interest. You're going to learn how to boost engagement, how to discover your decorative style, and the easiest way to know what to post. So you're going to be receiving a storytelling style guide download. So that's pretty much like trying to figure out what your decorative style is, figuring out how are people gonna show up and immediately know that it's you without even listening to a single thing that comes out of your mouth. We want them to visually recognize you. Then we have a decorative style cheat sheet, which is very similar to all of the other cheat sheets. The cheat sheet is really there to help you kind of cut corners. So if you're someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of time figuring it out by yourself, just look at the cheat sheet, pick one that works for you, and go with that one. There's a ton of different decorative styles there in the cheat sheet for you to choose from and for you to get inspiration from. And then we also have a visual inspiration cheat sheet, which is awesome because it walks you through different people who I find have done a really inspiring job with their stories and exactly what it is that I like about how they decorated their stories. Plus, we have a top secret worksheet to help you know exactly what to post. So keep an eye out for that in module number 3. In module 4, I cover all of your frequently asked questions, and we have more of these always being added. These are just a few of them. I cover, so they're basically like short little videos. You can see the video there is like 2 minutes long. If you scroll down, there's a bunch more videos. I talk about things like how to increase engagement through direct messages on Instagram stories, how to make your Instagram story highlight covers, how to use hashtags and location stickers, whether you should post to your Instagram story and your feed. I give suggestions to people who have not yet launched a business but are experimenting and finding their voice. I talk about the best way to monetize stories and get people to swipe up to drive traffic and sales, and how to get people to keep watching all of your stories. I talk about lots of more things in module 4. Those are all that I could fit here right now, but it's basically just a frequently asked questions area. Now, these are the bonuses that are included in Gram Slam. You get 19 Instagram app tutorials, 18 outside app tutorials. So basically I give you the choice, like, hey, if you just want to stick in Instagram, here are all of these tutorials in bonus number 1. But if you want to experiment a little bit more and push your boundaries, we've got 18 outside app tutorials that are going to show you how to do 18 different things. We've also got the third bonus, which is something I'm so proud of, and I don't always offer this. So it's like, it's special that it's here today. It's the Stories That Sell bonus. It's worth $200. I created a mini course called Stories That Sell to really help people learn how to sell using Instagram stories. So if you're someone who not only wants to build your brand, but also wants to sell, you're going to love this bonus. And then the fourth bonus is very exciting because I've never offered it before. It's the Double Down on Your DMs challenge. This challenge was my best challenge that I have ever done. People experienced so much from this, everything from making thousands of dollars in their business, everything from getting more engagement, more DMs, making more sales. People had a variety of different experiences. Basically what it is it's a 5-day Instagram story engagement challenge. I hosted it for free a few months ago, and it did so well. And I thought, you know what, why not throw it in here as a bonus for everyone who joins Gram Slam today? It's phenomenal, and I think you're gonna love it. Then we've got bonus number 5, which is a replay of this webinar that you're watching and experiencing right here. So if you've been listening and watching and you're like, oh, I really wish I could listen to that part over or whatever, you're also going to get a replay of this webinar. And then we have a few fast acting bonuses, right? So if you want this 3 rinse and repeat sales templates PDF guide, you can only get it if you join Gram Slam today, right? Like literally right here while we're live here on this workshop. So if you want to get your hands on these sales templates, I've put them to be worth at $100. But when you think about sales, like depending on what you're selling, you can make so much money with this and with Stories That Sell. You're going to get this for free with Gram Slam if you join while we're live. And then you're also, this is the most exciting part. This is what I've been so looking forward to sharing with you guys. I'm going to be hosting a 7-day free accountability group hosted on Facebook for every single person who joins during this live workshop. So pretty much what's going to happen is this next coming Monday, we're going to get started as a group. I'm going to be there in the Facebook group. We're also going to have a community manager who we've hired specifically for this to really make this group a one-of-a-kind, high-level experience where we can share what we're doing in our stories each day. We can share where we're at in the Gram Slam course. There's going to be prompts for engagement. It's really going to be special. And if you want to be a part of it, you have to join Gram Slam during this very workshop. So keep that in mind. It's something that I'm so excited for. I'm going to be in there. We have the community manager who's going to be in there. You're going to get to connect with so many like-minded business owners. And I think the value that's going to be in this group is just going to be out of this world. So definitely, if that excites you in any way, shape, or form, I think it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait because I've never done anything like this before. Like I've never had a 7-day accountability Facebook group for Gram Slam or for anything else. So I think it's just going to be so much fun for us to connect in that deep way. So this is for people who join during the workshop only. That is it. Okay. Okay. So without further ado, if you want to join us, you can use the button below to enroll. Guys, I know that we have a lot of questions right now. I just want to let you guys know. Whoa, sorry, I keep getting notifications. And we just got sale after sale after sale. Tamira, welcome. Sorry. I thought I was getting messages from Laura. If you have any questions, I am going to be answering the questions at the end of this workshop. So we're getting there, but I just want to walk you guys through this. If you want to join Gram Slam, there's a button right beneath this workshop. So are you ready to start getting the response on Instagram stories that you have been wanting? Because if so, the investment is only $197, which is crazy. Like me and Laura were like sitting down and looking at every single thing that you're gonna get when you join Gram Slam today, live on the workshop. You're getting so much value. Hiring someone to do your Instagram stories would probably cost you at least $1,000 a month. And that we're not even talking about finding someone necessarily good to do a phenomenal job. Kelly, welcome to Gram Slam. Thank you for signing up and joining. Hiring me as your one-on-one coach would cost $2,500 a month. But if you join us now, you're going to get the total value of all the training, templates, community, and the resources in this program is a total of $1,620. That's $1,620. So you're getting 3 videos on Instagram stories worth $100. You're getting 2 videos on storytelling worth $200. You're getting 7 videos on what to post to Instagram stories worth $500. You're getting 4 worksheets. We've got the brand story worksheet, the brand personality worksheet, the topic ideas worksheet, the decorative style worksheet. Those are all worth $100. We've got the story ideas cheat sheets. We've got the 10 bonus, actually I think it's more than 10 now, frequently asked question videos worth $250. We've got 18 bonus outside app tutorials, and we've got 19 bonus Instagram app tutorials. Guys, Douglas, thank you so much for joining Gram Slam. I'm so excited to get to hang out with you in the group over that 7-day period. It's gonna be amazing. So the total value is $1,620. Tia, thank you so much for joining Gram Slam. We're having an epic time in the Facebook group. Okay, plus you're also going to get this webinar replay, which is worth $50. You're gonna get double down on your DMs, which is the 5-day Instagram story engagement challenge, which it's given people such epic results. It's worth $200. We've got Stories That Sell, which is my mini course all about how to sell using Instagram stories. You're gonna get that for $200. We've got the 3 rinse and repeat sales templates for Instagram stories worth $100. And my favorite part ever, you get the 7-day Gram Slam accountability community group, which is worth $250. I want to say a huge welcome to Allison, who just joined. I see you, Allison. I'm excited to have you in the group. It's going to be awesome. So just to be clear, you're only going to get access to all of these things if you join right here, right now, during this workshop, okay? Because if the workshop ends, you're gone. So that's a total value of $2,420. But you can enroll today for just $99 and 1 payment of $99 to follow. So that's basically, we have a payment plan option. You can join for $99 today and pay another $99 next month, or you can pay in full for $197 today. So join us now. You can use the button below to enroll. We're gonna have so much fun in that Facebook ads accountability group. I wanna walk you through the final steps. Basically, when you hit the button beneath this video, there's going to be a secure checkout. You can check out either using PayPal or your credit card. From there, it's going to ask you if you like which payment plan option you want. You can either pay in full or you can pay over 2 months, completely up to you. The final step is that you're immediately going to be able to log into our members area. So literally you join today, you're gonna get sent an email immediately with your username and password so that you can log in to the membership site area. I wanna say a huge welcome to Marion, welcome to Gram Slam. Oh my gosh, and Amy, welcome to Gram Slam. We're gonna have such a good time in the Facebook group. Can you just tell I'm super pumped about the Facebook group? Like just having that interaction is gonna be amazing. Okay, so you're going to be immediately able to log into the membership site area. That is what you're going to get access to today. The Facebook group, if you join live on the workshop, the Facebook group is going to be starting on Monday. So I'm super excited for that. On Monday, December 10th to 17th, you're going to enjoy our 7-day Gram Slam group accountability experience. This is something we've never done before, but something that I'm so excited. Like I said, oh, we got another one. Welcome, Julia. We are, oh, and another one. Welcome, Trisha. We're going to be having this group that is going to bring together like-minded individuals who want to build their brand, small business owners who are trying to really build up the confidence and the ease and just the getting used to putting themselves out there on Instagram stories. Like I said, we're bringing in a community manager to really make sure that this experience is top notch for everyone involved. And I think this is going to be one of the most valuable parts of joining is being able to really experience this with a group of people. I think it's going to be a once in a lifetime experience. And I'm so excited to experience it for the first time with all of you guys who join while live on this workshop. So you can start now for just $99 today and one payment of $99 to follow, or you can pay in full for only $197. Okay, so we're finally getting to the question and answer part. Welcome, Holly. Congratulations on joining Gram Slam. We're gonna have so much fun. So I know you might have some questions. So you might be wondering, I'm afraid that this course won't make a difference in my stories and in my engagement. Whoa, welcome Jenny to Gram Slam. So what I've done, guys, is I've paired a lot of your questions and your problems with actual real life testimonials. So here's what someone said. So, whoa, my phone is just going off the hook. Welcome, Carolina. Since taking Gram Slam, I am excited about Instagram again. For several months, I felt super defeated by it because I never got any traction. But since using Alex's Gram Slam information, I have more than doubled the views on my profile, and I've had people interact with me and engage. That is huge because I never had that before. I also love how she goes into the marketing and how to strategize. It is so insanely helpful. This is from Alex Smith, who is a self-love coach in Utah. And yeah, honestly, this type of testimonial, when someone comes back and they're like, not only have I learned how to use Instagram stories, but I've doubled the views of my Instagram stories and people are actually engaging, is so powerful. So someone said, I'm afraid I won't finish the course. So this is from Catherine Blizzard, who is a marketing strategist in Australia. She said, it was so easy to go through and implement. Usually with the amount of things I have on my plate, I easily get distracted and I never finish a course. But Gram Slam was so easy to go through and start making changes that showed immediate results. Guys, when you join Gram Slam, if you watch that introductory video, so you join Gram Slam, you get straight in access into the membership area. And basically what happens when you access the membership area is there's an introductory video at the top. When you watch that video, you're gonna learn that one of the most important parts when I created Gram Slam was making sure that it was 100% doable. I wanted you to be able to go through the course, finish it quickly, and get results. And that's why I've made it super easy, super bite-sized. It's one of those things that you just take and it's like, okay, I can fit it. I've had people tell me that they finish it in an afternoon. I've had people tell me that they spread it out because you can do it at your own pace. You have lifetime access to the course. So you can spread it out over like, I mean, I wouldn't even say you could spread it out over a month because it's really not, it's not quick, it's to the point, it's easy to go through and implement, and so many people compliment me on that. So don't worry about that. Someone said, I'm afraid this course will be full of non-actionable advice. We all hate courses that are full of fluff. So here are 2 testimonials. Renee Doling, who is a photographer in Canada, said, I was most impressed by how straightforward and to the point the information was presented. There was no fluff. Interactions on my stories have gone up, and I'm finally feeling good about my branding. It's really increased my motivation and my confidence. And then Lisa, who's a soul coach in California, said, I would recommend GramSlam because it has a lot of information delivered directly without a lot of fluff, and it gets you up and running on the material instantly, which is awesome. Another person said, I'm not sure if this training is going to help me in my industry. And when they asked this, I was like, how can I explain to them that this could really be for everyone? And then I thought, what if I wrote down a list of all of the different industries that people are in who recommend GramSlam? And this is the list. So we have yoga teachers, we have nutritional consultants, we have fitness coaches, gym owners, social media coaches, hairstylists, psychotherapists, insurance agents. We have dental hygienists, accountants, copywriters, content strategists, podcasters, life coaches, YouTubers. Rochelle, welcome. Getting a lot of new people, which is awesome. I'm going to stop welcoming people because it's being distracting. We've got art teachers, wedding planners, accountability coaches, essential oil consultants, virtual business assistants. We have ceramic artists. We have beauty coaches, bankers, travel coaches, horse track seamstress, hypnotist, instructional designer, publicist, PR agency, like guys, as you can see, we have everything under the sun. If you are a small business owner, or even if you are someone who works in a small business and maybe you're in charge of the marketing, this is perfect for you. You're gonna get so much value from this because GramSlam was specifically designed for the small business owner. So regardless of what industry you're in, this is going to be helpful for you and beneficial for you. Someone said, I'm scared this course will be too overwhelming. So this is a testimonial from a woman called Gretchen, who's a wellness coach in Florida. She said, I loved the short broken down segments so that it didn't feel overwhelming. The worksheets were great too. So you didn't have to create notes. Oh, and the tutorials. So basically, I loved all of it. Someone said, I think I already know how to use Instagram stories in my business. So this is from Lena, who's a consultant in Boston. She said, GramSlam gave me everything I needed to know about stories. I thought I already knew what it was for, mainly behind the scenes access and diary type stories. But I learned so many things I could do on my stories to engage my audience and give them value. And that's because of GramSlam. So I hope that's giving you guys a really good idea of what to expect from GramSlam. So these are some of my favorite testimonials here. We've got a girl on the left says, the brand story worksheet is amazing. I've been in business for 4 years and I've done so many similar types of exercises, but yours had me go deeper and get more clarity than the others by far. It's clear, simple, and infused with fun. Thank you. And I'm still making stories since the challenge. I don't know what it will take for me to do it every day, but I'm hoping it gets easier with practice. And then we've got another woman who said, Alex, this is a random message, by the way. I wake up one day on a Wednesday and this is the message I get. Alex, I hit 10,000 followers last night and I was reviewing with my team this morning. What did I do differently? Oh, I joined Alex's GramSlam. Yep, it wasn't instant, but it's been over time. I got over the stall since April and I was stalled at that number, and I'm sure you don't remember, but you said, stop looking at the numbers. And I felt like such a failure based on numbers, and you were right. I started serving others again and went back to my basics, and look at what happened. Thank you. So those are just two really great examples of people who have taken GramSlam and really made it work for them and their businesses. And I would love to experience GramSlam with you guys. Like I said, if you join live on this workshop, we're going to be able to experience it together. But at the end of this workshop, we're not going to be like, you have to join the GramSlam online program now in order to benefit from that special time together in the group. We've got that 7-day accountability group. It's really going to help you take your stories and your online brand to the next level in a way that's easy and in a way that works for you. That's what this is all about, is figuring out how to make Instagram stories work for you. Okay. Woo! We got to the end of that, which is amazing. So guys, definitely join us now. There's fast acting bonuses. They're going to end at the end of this workshop. That's 3 Instagram story templates, which are basically going to give you the sales templates of how to sell using Instagram stories, and then also the access to the Facebook group. Both of those are ending at the end of this workshop, so don't put it off. Like, if you're feeling the desire to take your Instagram stories to the next level, there's no better or fun way to do it than joining us. It's only $197. You get so many bonuses. I've already walked you through all of them, but I highly suggest that you take action now so that you can actually take part in our Facebook group. Okay, so let me stop sharing with you for a minute and let me come back to you live. If I can find you, that would be great. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? You know what happens? It's every single time. Here we go. Okay, it's all coming together now, guys. I'm about to find you. There you are. Hi. Okay, so now it's time for me to answer all of your questions. And like I said, guys, I am going to be holding true to all of what I just said about the fast acting bonuses and about you being able to join today. You're gonna be able to get access to all of the fast acting bonuses as long as you join before this workshop ends. As soon as this workshop ends, we're closing it off, so it's now or never. Let me answer some of your questions. Okay, so, oh gosh, we're getting so many sales. I'm so excited. Okay, so questions. We got a question from Pam. Let me take a sip of water. For those of you who are here, I'm so pumped to still have you here. You made it until the end. Let's carry on. Time for some live Q&A. Okay, so I just switched my account to business and the music feature is not available. Do you know why? Yeah, so Instagram is very glitchy. So if you've been experiencing anything that's not working, don't take it personally. There's nothing that you can really do about it. Instagram just doesn't give the features to everyone. I had months where I was not able to get filters, where I was not able to get fonts. I didn't have the new fonts for ages. So like, it's just that Instagram is glitchy. Pam said, do you feel lives are equally as beneficial as stories? Yes, but I think that they're different. So I think that lives are a really great way to show up and deliver long form value. Whereas I think stories are more of like an ongoing relationship with people, kind of keeping people updated throughout your day with what's going on. It's a different vibe, but I do think that they are equally as beneficial. And I think that they are something that deserves attention, especially when you're promoting something or trying to get the word out about something. Melissa said, how often should we use IGTV or do they disappear? IGTV doesn't disappear. IGTV is like YouTube, but for Instagram. So think about it that way. When it comes down to how often you should use IGTV, it really comes down to your social media strategy. I would say to avoid, like, unless you're really good and you're a pro at content creation and video content creation, I'd say avoid that because it's to stand out, you need to do like a good job, right? So I would say stick to like the basics. If you don't have those like editing skills, I would say stick more to the simple things like stories and going live. Rebecca said, do you use hashtags on saved stories? Yeah. So when you upload your saved story, you can use hashtags, you can use @mentions. There are so many different things that you can use. And it doesn't matter if it's saved or if you've done it in the moment. Tracy said, can you save the stories in the app and post later, or do you save them on your phone and then edit? Ellen, welcome. I'm so glad that you joined us. Can you save the stories in the app and post later, or do you save on your phone and then edit? So I do it in the app. So I'll open up the app, take the video, save it, and then close it. But it's saved on my phone, if that makes sense. So it's not saving it within the app, even though you are pressing save within the app, it's saving it on the phone. Nalini said, should you sync your Instagram stories with what you are posting on your feed? Should you sync your Instagram stories with what you're posting on your feed? It doesn't have to be, no. Like, it definitely doesn't have to be, but there should be like a storyline behind your business of what's going on in your business. I talk about that a lot in Stories That Sell, is like understanding the types of things that you should be posting. Pam said, do you have a special app for borders other than symbols? No. I mean, there are other apps that you can add borders. You can do it in InShot. You can do it in like tons of different apps for sure. But I normally just upload like a pink border because that's super easy. Belle said, what would you recommend so that people on different phones will be able to see your borders? Sometimes it looks different on your own phone versus an Android. There's nothing we can do about that. Everyone's phone is different. So I would just say, like, do your best, make it look good on your phone, and don't overthink it. Amy said, any sorry, she said, and regarding background color, can you put in a color and then put images on top of it? No, but you can put GIFs on top of it, but you cannot add images on top. Nalini said, the border is not straight or neat. What is the fix for that? Just honestly do your best to like follow your finger all the way around. And if it's not straight or neat, like it really doesn't, no one's gonna be like, oh, did you see her border? It was crooked. I don't think it really matters. Audria, welcome to Gram Slam. Just a reminder, guys, when you join during this live webinar, you are going to get access to our 7-day Facebook group accountability. It's going to be amazing. Like I said, we've got a community manager who's going to be there making the group just an incredible place to be. I'm going to be in there. We're going to be helping each other with our stories and taking Gram Slam to the next level. So if you're interested in that, now is the time to sign up and join, because if you don't sign up now and join, you're going to miss out on the special offer. Amy said, question about InShots. Can edit beginning or end, but not middle, correct? You actually can edit the middle. So if you split, when you go to trim, there's an option that says split. When you press split, it will let you like divide one story into 2 separate stories, and then you can trim like that, if that makes sense. Blake said, does your course have Android app options as well? No, so Gram Slam focuses on iPhone apps, but for the most part, you can always find a replacement. Carla said, is it necessary to have different apps to make stories? No, like 100% no. You can make all of your stories within the Instagram app. But if you want to stand out, if you want to put in a little bit of extra effort, that's how to do it. Candace, welcome to Gram Slam. I'm so excited. Okay, Caroline said, is there a way to personalize the colors in Unfold, or only the 4 or 5 they have for the background? There's not a lot of ways. Trudy, welcome to Gram Slam. I'm so excited for you. And someone else just told me I missed them. Welcome. So the colors in Unfold are very boring. It's like black and white, sadly. But they do have some options which will let you like choose a background image. So if you wanted to like have an image of a color, you could upload it and do it that way. Okay, Casey said, whenever I see a video to my highlights, they get blurry. Do you know how to fix this? No, that's really bizarre. I've never seen that before. But again, Instagram stories and Instagram in general is very glitchy. So don't take it personal. Just keep rolling with the punches. I'm not sure why that happens. That also happens a lot of times with GIFs for some reason. I'm not sure why. For those of you who are still live, if you're enjoying this and having fun, definitely leave a comment and let me know. We just had Karen join Gram Slam. Welcome, Karen. I'm going to be here until we answer the very last question. And once the last question has been answered, the deal is going to be expired. So if you want in on this Facebook ad, and not Facebook ad, on this Facebook group with Gram Slam and taking your Instagram stories to the next level as a group for those 7 days, now is the time to join. You're also getting so many other bonuses when you join today. You're getting the double down on your DMs bonus. You're getting stories that sell. Cheryl, welcome. You are getting the Facebook group. You are getting the 3 Instagram story sales templates. So you're getting so much value. Like I said, it's over $2,000 worth of value for only $197. And you can join for $97 today. So nothing should be holding you back from pressing that button and joining. We would absolutely love to have you. And even better, if you join now, you're going to be able to access the Facebook group and be a part of our community. Okay, so if you have any questions, guys, now's the time. Amy said, if we don't know how to use Photoshop, is there another place to get a circle around our picture? Yes, so there are so many different apps. I would say do some editing to find one that you feel works best for you. I know that there's Canva, there's PicMonkey, there's lots of different ones. I use Photoshop and that's what works for me. So just find one that works for you and just learn how to create a circle. Google is your best friend in that situation. Valeda said, how do you engage with people who watch your story? So basically what it comes down to is very simple. You open up your stories, you see who has viewed your stories, and then super simple, you just go ahead and pick a random person and engage with them, chat with them, go and leave a comment on their image, go and leave a comment responding to their story. That's how you engage with people who watch your story and build deeper relationships. So we've got Christina who said, if you could show how to make the background again, I would be so grateful. You literally just tap and hold. Super easy. Okay, so Laura just texted me. She's like, don't forget to do the giveaway. Okay, guys. So for everyone here, I'm doing an incredible giveaway. One of you who are listening live right now are going to get us to Gram Slam 100% for free, along with the 3 Instagram story cheat sheet templates. They're sales templates. That title is such a tongue twister. So there are sales templates. You're going to get access to Gram Slam, and you're going to get access to the sales templates and everything that we've discussed here 100% for free. If you want to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment. Welcome, Jordan, to Gram Slam. Leave a comment and let us know what is the one biggest lesson that you've learned from this workshop. What was your favorite part of this workshop? Leave a comment letting us know your favorite part of this workshop, and that's how you enter to win the giveaway. And at the very end, I'm going to be choosing a winner and announcing it here live. If you're wondering what's going to happen if you've already purchased Gram Slam, basically what we're going to do is if you purchase today, you're going to get a full refund. If you purchased previously, you're going to get all of the additional upgrades to Gram Slam 100% for free. And so, yeah, definitely join and just leave a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of this workshop. I would love to hear from you guys. Okay. Anna said, so the sales templates, are they geared toward coaches or do they work for retail? So they work for both. It really depends on looking at the sales templates and asking yourself, how do I make this translate into what it is that I'm doing? So if you have, like, let's say that you sell wine. Oh my God, guys, it's wine time. I don't know if you guys remember at the beginning, I was like, when it's wine time, when it's Q&A time, I get to pour myself some wine. So while I pour wine, enter the giveaway. Let me know what your favorite part of this workshop was. You can even go ahead and take a story right now. Tag me on Instagram at Alex Beadon. I would love, this is definitely like a fun thing to Instagram story. We're having so much fun here at the workshop. My very first live workshop for the 10 Instagram stories, tips, tricks, and hacks. I'm so excited that you guys were here to experience it with me. And now I can cheers you. Cheers. Ding. I feel like I poured a lot of wine. That was definitely a heavy pour of wine. Okay, I got totally distracted. I'm sorry. Let's say that if you're selling a bottle of wine, there are ways for you to sell the wine, like regardless of if I'm talking, and in all of the templates, I'm not talking about a coach or I'm not talking about this or that, but it is your job to like look at the templates and translate it into your industry. Because obviously, as you heard, there are so many different industries that benefited from Gram Slam. It applies to everyone. Is there a difference in what you get when you pay in full versus in 2 payments? Do we have access to everything forever? Yes. So if you pay in full or if you pay the payment plan, you still get access to everything. There's no difference in what you get. You get access to, which is super exciting. So I hope that answered your question. It doesn't matter if you join with a payment plan or pay in full, you get everything. The only difference is that once this workshop ends, you no longer get access to the sales templates, and you no longer get access to the Facebook group to hold you accountable that we're going to be hosting for 7 days, which is going to be super high quality and really high touch and worth so much more than the $197. So just throwing that out there. Natasha said, how do I stop Instagram stories cutting the sides off of my images? Okay, basically what you have to do is just pinch. So you upload the photo and you pinch it and it makes the photo smaller and no longer cuts off the sides. If it's still cutting off the sides, bring it into InShot and do exactly what I told you to do in there. When you open up InShot, yay, Roxanne, welcome to Gram Slam. Roxanne, join Gram Slam. Anna, join Gram Slam. Weirdo. Anyway, so you're gonna open up InShot, and basically within InShot, you're then going to open up your video or your image, whatever it may be. Let's just say that it's a picture. Cool. You're gonna open up your canvas, so it's like this. Now, literally when you're in InShot, you literally just have to like tap on that. Oh, geez, it's hard to do this backwards, guys. It's hard to do this backwards. You're gonna tap on canvas, and then you can slide this thing in or out, and it's gonna let you like reshape it if you want, right? I go through all of this in Gram Slam. If you're wondering about all of those like little things, Gram Slam covers it all. Anne says, any specific tips for food brands? That's a super general question. And I don't do general questions because when you ask for tips for food brands, it's just so general. So if you could be more specific, that'd be super helpful. Selena said, will you cover what to post and how often to post on Instagram as well? Gram Slam covers Instagram stories. We do not cover the Instagram feed, although I do mention from time to time. A lot of cover in Gram Slam can 100% be translated over to the feed. Like I said, you're looking at like the brand personality and the brand story worksheets. 100% you can translate those onto your feed. People have said that it has been life-changing for their content. So it can definitely help your Instagram feed, but the focus is on Instagram stories. Anna said, is this good for retail or e-commerce? So I'm going to show you this slide one more time because it is truly something special to witness. Let me see if it's going to let me. Is it going to happen? Only time will tell. Woo, here we go. Okay. So let me scroll back to that. Right. If you're wondering if this is going to work in your industry, look at all of the different industries that people have said Gram Slam has been beneficial for them and that they would recommend it to their friends, right? We're looking at copywriters, creative designers, skincare formulators, senior portrait photographers, realtors, art teachers, attorneys, bankers. We're looking at craft makers. We're looking at Etsy stores. We're looking at beauty salons. We're looking at makeup artists. We have a plumber who took Gram Slam and loved it. So this is just a really good overview of the different types of industries that Gram Slam works for. So I don't think that is something that you have to worry about. Whoa, that's really trippy when it does that. I'm back. Okay, so the next question, guys, just to remind you, I'm getting to the end of the questions now. So if you're interested in joining Gram Slam, don't put it off. If you want access to our special Facebook group, you need to join while I'm live, because as soon as I'm not live anymore, the access to that Facebook group is going to disappear. So I want you to imagine waking up next week on Monday and knowing that you have this supportive group of entrepreneurs and business owners who are all coming together with a really clear vision of what they want to create from their Instagram stories. Welcome, Selena, to Gram Slam. Yay! Imagine waking up on Monday and being like, okay, I know that I'm going through this Instagram stories course with a group of business owners who are all like-minded people. We're all going through this together to learn how to create better Instagram stories for our business and for our brand. This Facebook group, I know I keep talking about it. It's going to just be such an epic experience. I never host things like this. Devin just joined. Welcome, Devin. And so I'm really excited to have like this one-off experience of this Facebook group is going to be super special. So if that's of interest to you, I highly suggest that you join now. You're also going to get Gram Slam, which is the core course that I've been speaking about this entire time. All of those different testimonials that I shared with you. So I can go ahead and share some of those with you again so that you are reminded. Woo, here we go. Lots of epic testimonials. We've got someone who more than doubled the views on her profile and has more engagement and interaction than she ever had before. We've got Catherine, who said that this was such an easy course to go through and implement. And guys, it's going to be even more fun because you're going to have access to the Facebook group. She said that this course helped her to get immediate results from her Instagram stories. We've got Renee in Canada who said it's straightforward, it's to the point. She loved how the information was presented. It really increased her motivation and confidence in her branding. We've got Lisa who said that the Gram Slam was awesome because there was no fluff. It gets you up and running instantly. We've got all of these different types of business owners. We've got Gretchen who said that it was broken down into these short, beautiful segments. The worksheets were awesome. We've got Lena who said that she thought she knew everything about Instagram stories, but after she took Gram Slam, she realized that there were so many other things she could be doing on stories to engage her audience and give them value. And then we've got this woman who talks about how powerful the brand story worksheet was, how she's been in business for 4 years and has never done anything as powerful as that worksheet. We've got another woman who hit 10,000 followers over a 6-month period. and she thanks Gram Slam because of it. So we've got a lot of fantastic testimonials from real life people who have gone through Gram Slam. And it's just going to be one of those things that really helps you get clear on what is your brand all about? Like when people think about your business, you know, what comes to their mind? What are you communicating to the world about your business? And how do we get you to a point where you can create Instagram stories that really connect with an audience, where people are really genuinely interested in hearing what you're working on behind the scenes, in a way where you don't feel like you're being salesy, but in a way where you just feel like you're like naturally bringing people along the way in a way that works for you. I talk about this in Gram Slam. You don't have to be sharing every 5 minutes. You don't have to be always sharing like the details of your life and your dirty laundry. Sharing on Instagram stories can be fun, and it can be exactly what you want it to be. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, we've got Kim who said, what is a good ratio for followers versus views? So I've done so much research on this. It really depends on your industry. It depends on if you're a business profile versus a personal profile. So I don't really feel comfortable answering that question because it's different for everyone. But what I can say is that it's normally a very small percentage. I would say you're looking at like that 5 to 10% mark is like a normal place to be in. So don't be discouraged if your views are super low compared to your followers. That's 100% normal. Natasha said, I had a really basic question about my images and stories. I can't figure out how to keep the full image. It seems to cut off on the sides. I answered that one. Soul said, if you work for a brand on their marketing department, should you do personal marketing on Instagram? Should I promote myself or the brand? Would people get bored if I promote the brand on my personal account? If you work for a brand on their marketing department, I would say to focus on building their brand and not your own personal brand. Unless they're trying to like make you a permanent part of the brand, then that's one thing. But I would say if you're working for a marketing department, why not build your personal brand separately as the person who, yes, you are their marketing department, but also building their brand at the same time. Amelia said, the stories and business accounts is getting divided into in Instagram. Even if the video lasts 15 seconds, when you want to post from your photos folder, you can see the bottom 2 parts of the stories. And I record video with Instagram stories. Kelly, welcome to Gram Slam. Okay, yeah. So the reason why this is happening, Amelia, is because this is a new update that Instagram has not yet rolled out to everyone. So it's really cool that you have it as an option. Basically what it's doing is it's allowing you to record more than 15 seconds, but it's breaking it up into 15 seconds. So you might record 4 15-second videos all in one go. Instagram is gonna post that as 4 separate videos, even though you recorded it all in one. They stole it from Snapchat. But yes, that is an upcoming feature that everyone, hopefully, I can't wait to get access to it, but right now it's a very small percent of people who have access to it. Candace says, which app does the transitions between photos and videos? That app is called, I always get them confused, that app is called Cut Story. No, InShot. Amy said, I don't have my blog up and running yet, nor do I have any Instagram followers. Is it still worth grabbing Gram Slam even though I'm not really ready for it yet, or should I wait? Okay, this is my 2 cents. I think Gram Slam is a fantastic place to start if you're trying to build a brand. So if you know that your business is going to largely rely on your ability to build your brand, then I say the sooner you hit the ground running with that, the better. Gram Slam is going to be a great place for you to start. However, if you are someone who's like, I want to start a business, but I don't really know what, and I don't have a business plan, I don't have a business model, and I don't know what I'm doing, Gram Slam might just be a pretty distraction for you. So I would say really get clear on, is brand building the next thing that you should be focusing on? Because if so, then yes, Gram Slam is going to help you with that. And it's great to start even before you have the business. But don't, like, if you're someone who wants to start a business, but you're like, I don't really know where to start, Gram Slam might be a good starting place, but don't underestimate the importance of also getting business advice from someone who's already done it. Amanda said, what are your thoughts on captioning all of your videos? Guys, this is the last question. So if you have any more questions, now is the time to ask it. I'm also going to remind you one more time that if you want to join Gram Slam and get access to all of those epic bonuses, then you got to join now before this live workshop finishes. Just throwing that out there, just reminding you one more time. So thoughts on captioning all of your videos. I love captioning my videos because number one, I have the time to do it. Number two, I think a lot of people don't watch Instagram stories with the sound on. So I love giving people the ability to know what I'm saying, even if they're not listening to me. But I think for the average person who's building Instagram stories, you may not have the time or the patience to sit down and type everything out. Like, I love doing it. I love getting creative with it. Some people don't like that. What I would say is very helpful is just having captions there that are giving people like the outline of what they need to know. Does that make sense? So like, don't necessarily caption each and every single word. Just give people like the gist of what was said in that story. Okay, guys, I'm going to announce the winner now. The winner is Jay. Jay, congratulations. You're going to get access to all of the bonuses that I've just released and put out there with Gram Slam. I want to say a huge thank you for everyone who showed up live. I had so much fun with you guys. I really hope that you learned a lot from this workshop. Oh, Amy just joined. She got in at the last minute. If you want to join Amy and get in at the last minute, now's the time. The button is right below. It's a quick and easy process, and you can literally start for as low as $99 today and get more than $2,000 worth in bonuses and content. Melissa has a question. She said, do you find that viewers are more likely to watch when you upload later in the day rather than all day and having a lot of stories? So Melissa, what I do is I upload as quickly as I can. So sometimes what I'll do is if I'm out at a restaurant or if I've had a really busy day, and I've saved a lot of stories, but I want to get them up before it's too late at night, I will sneak through. I don't like editing photos. I don't like editing stories in front of people. It feels very antisocial to me. So I will excuse myself, go to the bathroom and spend like 5 minutes in the bathroom uploading. And I will literally time it so I don't spend like ages in the bathroom on Instagram stories. And then I'll go back to the group and carry on with my social interactions. But I do find that I like to spread out my stories. I don't like to post a million stories all at once. So the more I can spread it out without having to post in the moment, the better. And there are definitely shortcuts to do that. Okay, guys, this is your last chance to ask me a question. I'm here live to support you. It is also your last chance to join Gram Slam and get access to all of the thousands of bonuses that I've mentioned, including the epic Facebook group, which we are going to be starting on Monday. If you want to take your Instagram stories to the next level, if you want to get that connection with your audience, if you want to feel like people are actually excited to hear from you, Latanya just joined. You really leave to the last minute. Then this is for you. This is your chance. This is your sign. This is me reaching out to you and just letting you know that like, hey, it is now or forever hold your peace. So on that note, I just want to say a huge thank you to every single person who joined. Instagram stories are a fantastic way to take your brands to the next level and to really be able to have the relationship with people where people are excited about what you do. Like I go to the grocery store or I'll go to a party and people will come up to me that I don't even know and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your work. That's what I'm talking about. Is like, how can we build our brand with people without having to do it one-on-one? One of the best ways to do it is through Instagram stories. It's so easy. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be something that you just like fit into your back pocket. So if you want to join Gram Slam, now's the time to do it. But if you're still on the fence, that's totally fine too. You're just going to miss out on some of our extra bonuses, which is fine. This replay is going to be available for the next 48 hours. So you are going to have until December 6th to make your final decision as to whether Gram Slam is the right fit for you or not. I want to say a huge thank you. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for being such great audience. And I will talk to you guys again next time. Bye.